This story is about Chitrakoot, a renowned pilgrimage site situated on the border of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Its major portion lies in the Chitrakoot district of Uttar Pradesh, while some parts fall in the Satna district of Madhya Pradesh. This story dates back to January 14, 2018, during Makar Sankranti. On this auspicious occasion, millions of devotees had gathered in Chitrakoot to take holy dips and earn spiritual merit. The area was crowded with people performing the circumambulation parikrama of Shri Kamagiri. During this time, some devotees, out of curiosity, began peering down from near the hill. What they saw left them utterly shocked. The sight was so horrifying that their eyes remained wide open in disbelief. The shocking event was the discovery of a girl's lifeless body hanging from an electric pole at the base of the hill. As soon as people noticed this, chaos ensued. Many devotees stopped their parikrama to observe the scene. Fortunately, no one had to go far to call the police, as officers stationed along the parikrama path noticed the crowd and arrived at the scene. When the police saw the body hanging from the pole, they immediately informed their senior officers. Within moments, the Nagpur police station in charge arrived with a team and began securing the area. The body was carefully brought down from the pole. The crowd speculated on what might have happened. Most people believed that the girl had accidentally fallen into the gorge while visiting the area with her family. However, as the police examined the body, the case took a sinister turn. The girl, approximately 11-12 years old, had a cloth stuffed in her mouth. This detail shocked both the police and the onlookers. It was now evident that this was not an accident, but a premeditated murder. The cloth in her mouth raised suspicions that the murder might have occurred elsewhere, and the body was later hung on the pole to make it appear as a suicide or accident. The police began checking missing persons reports in nearby stations, but found no records of such a girl. This deepened the mystery further. Identifying the perpetrator and the girl became the top priority for the police. The body was sent for post-mortem, and the report that came the next day changed the direction of the investigation entirely. It revealed that the girl had been strangled to death. This crucial finding confirmed that it was a deliberate murder. Based on the post-mortem report, the police registered a case under IPC sections 302 murder and 201 causing the disappearance of evidence. The investigation team intensified their efforts to identify the girl and apprehend the murderer. Given the massive influx of pilgrims in Chitrakoot for Makar Sankranti, identifying the girl proved even more challenging. The police suspected that the girl might not be a local, but had come from another place. Despite the odds, they continued their efforts to find any leads. In cases like this, where no concrete information is available, it is termed a blind murder. The most critical step in solving such cases is identifying the victim. Without this, the investigation becomes not only challenging, but also a significant headache for the police. They realized that solving this case without identifying the girl would be almost impossible. The police started analyzing all possible clues. CCTV footage was one of the key tools to find any potential lead. However, amidst such a massive crowd, it was uncertain if the girl's movements were captured on camera. Despite this difficulty, the police meticulously reviewed the footage, hoping to uncover some details about the girl. Their persistence paid off. In footage dated January 12, 2018, the unidentified girl was seen with a man and a woman. This discovery brought a glimmer of hope to the police. This footage was captured at Janaki Kund Hospital, where the man and woman were seen standing in a queue with patients. Identifying the man and woman was still challenging due to the large number of people present in Chitrakoot for the holy dip. The police began circulating this footage on social media platforms to seek public assistance in identifying them. The footage was made viral on social media to reach as many people as possible and find a clue. However, even after the footage was uploaded, the police couldn't gather any information about the two individuals. Then, the police took another step and announced a reward of ₹50,000 for anyone providing information about the murderer. Additionally, the police began investigating the register of Janaki Kund Hospital, where every patient's name and address were recorded. Due to the crowd of patients visiting the hospital, it was challenging to identify the names matching the faces seen in the footage. Despite filtering through names and addresses, the police could not gather any concrete information. By this time, 25 days had passed, and despite all their efforts, success seemed out of reach. Among the names in the hospital register, the police grew suspicious of one, Vijay from Fatehpur, Uttar Pradesh, and his wife, Arti. Following the instructions of the SP, a police team arrived in Vijay's village, NG. Instead of directly interrogating Vijay, the police gathered information about him. During this investigation, a significant detail emerged. Vijay's 10-11-year-old daughter, Neha, had been missing for about a month. This revelation provided the police with a new lead, as the deceased girl found in Chitrakoot was of a similar age. With this connection, the police suspected that the missing girl might be the deceased. Their curiosity heightened, and they proceeded to Vijay's home, where his wife, Arti, was present. When asked about their missing daughter, Neha, the couple gave an odd response, claiming they only had a son, not a daughter. The police became suspicious because neighbors confirmed that Vijay and Arti had a 10-11-year-old daughter named Neha, who had been missing for a month. Based on this information, the police decided to take Vijay and Arti to Chitrakoot for further questioning. At Chitrakoot police station, Vijay and Arti repeatedly insisted they had no daughter. However, when the police showed them CCTV footage, which captured them with a young girl, their expressions changed. After exchanging glances, they confessed to the horrific truth. They had murdered their daughter. The police were shocked to learn that Arti's real name was Sabina Sheikh, a Muslim woman. Sabina had married Zahid Ali from Fatehpur in 2000, and they had 2 children, a daughter, Simran, and a 5-year-old son, Sajid. Despite living with Zahid, Sabina had never been happy in the marriage because she loved someone else, Vijay. Sabina and Vijay had been childhood sweethearts, but her family forced her to marry Zahid against her will. Years later, Sabina reconnected with Vijay. He still loved her and was willing to accept her and her children. In 2015, Sabina eloped with Vijay, taking her children along. The family started a new life in NG village. Sabina changed her name to Arti Singh, her daughter's name to Neha Singh, and her son's name to Ashish Singh. Sabina was happy with Vijay, but Simran, now 10-11 years old, refused to accept Vijay as her father. Sabina and Vijay tried to convince Simran, but she insisted on calling Vijay Mamu uncle, as she had grown up in an Islamic environment. Fearing that Simran's outspokenness might expose their secret, Vijay and Sabina devised a sinister plan. Under the pretense of a visit to Chitrakoot for her eye checkup, they lured Simran. On January 13, 2018, after visiting temples and performing rituals, they strangled her with a scarf while she was asleep. They dumped her body in the bushes, hoping animals would devour it and erase any trace of their crime. However, the body got entangled on a post, revealing their heinous act. Sabina and Vijay were sentenced to life imprisonment, and they remain in jail to this day. Some passers-by immediately informed the local police upon noticing the situation. A police team from Kanjur station arrived at the scene, cordoned off the area, and began an investigation. The woman appeared to be around 35 years old. She had tattoos on both her arms, but there were no belongings or clues to identify her. Near the body, the police found a blood-stained shirt and pants, hinting at a struggle or a violent incident. The clothes bore a tag labeled "New Star Tailors," which could potentially be a critical lead. The police decided to gather information from nearby tailors to trace the owner of the clothes. The investigation revealed that no missing person report for such a woman had been filed in nearby police stations, further complicating the case. The police faced 2 major challenges: identifying the woman and uncovering the person or persons responsible for the crime. Bloodstains and the clothes at the crime scene gave the case an unusual turn. The police meticulously examined every clue, focusing on the tailor's tag as their central lead. They started searching for tailor shops with names resembling New Star Tailors. After questioning several shops, the police reached about 10 tailors. However, none could directly identify the tag. Eventually, a tailor in Ganjam district provided a vital clue. He explained that such tags were commonly used in Gujarat, as he had previously worked there and was familiar with their practices. Acting on this information, the police contacted the Gujarat police and began investigating shops in the region. Finally, they located a tailor in Surat who used the same tags. The tailor's tag bore the number 833, matching the tag on the recovered clothes. The tailor checked his records and revealed that he had stitched the clothes for a man named Babu. With this new lead, the investigation took a significant step forward. The police now had a name Babu, but no details about his whereabouts. As the investigation became challenging again, the tailor provided another critical lead. He mentioned that Babu had paid him via an e-wallet linked to a mobile number. Following this, the police traced the mobile number and called it. The person who answered turned out to be Babu's friend. He disclosed Babu's real name, Jagannath Dori, and revealed that he was from Kendrapara district in Odisha. The friend also informed the police that Babu was currently traveling on a train passing through Rekha. The police quickly assembled a team and laid a trap. At Rekha station, they apprehended Babu, alias Jagannath. With him in custody, the truth of the case began to unravel. During intense interrogation, Babu confessed to the crime and recounted the entire story. He revealed that the deceased woman was his sister-in-law. He admitted that he, along with his elder brother Balram Dori and cousin Happy Dori, had conspired to commit the heinous act. Based on Babu's information, the police arrested Balram and Happy as well. During questioning, Balram confessed that the woman was his wife, Rekha. He explained that he suspected Rekha of having an illicit relationship with another man. This suspicion had poisoned their relationship, leading to frequent arguments. Balram, consumed by jealousy and anger, involved his younger brother and cousin in a plan to eliminate Rekha. Together, they killed her and dumped her body near the Kajra River to cover up the crime. Balram and Rekha had been married for 10 years and had 2 children. Initially, their relationship was filled with love and trust, but in recent years, Balram's behavior began to change. He became short-tempered, and their arguments became frequent. Balram grew suspicious of Rekha's behavior, often seeing her talking on the phone. One day, he noticed a contact saved as Maya on her phone, which deepened his doubts. Secretly checking her phone, he found no concrete evidence but remained convinced of her infidelity. Balram shared his suspicions with Jagannath and Happy, who unquestioningly believed him. They decided to teach Rekha a lesson, culminating in the tragic crime. One day, after another heated argument, Balram threatened Rekha, saying, "If you don't stop your behavior, you'll face dire consequences." Rekha, however, did not take his threat seriously, but Balram was now ready to execute the conspiracy. He, along with Jagannath and Happy, planned to eliminate Rekha. On the morning of December 13th, Balram lured Rekha out of her house under a pretext. He told her that he would take her to the market. Rekha didn't suspect anything and agreed to go with him. Balram had already called Jagannath and Happy to a pre-decided location. At a deserted spot near the Kath Jodi River, Balram began accusing Rekha of having an illicit relationship. Rekha denied the accusations, but Balram's anger spiraled out of control. The 3 men attacked Rekha. She tried to defend herself, but she was alone against 3 assailants. Despite her resistance, as evident from the marks on her clothes and at the crime scene, they overpowered her. In the end, they strangled her to death. After committing the murder, they dumped Rekha's body by the riverbank, hoping the water and animals would destroy the evidence. However, the body was discovered by passers-by. Balram had assumed no one would recognize Rekha, but he overlooked one crucial detail: the tattoos on her hands. The police found a shirt and pants at the crime scene, which became key evidence against Balram and his accomplices. Tracing the clues, the police interrogated Jagannath rigorously. Initially, he tried to mislead them, but when confronted with evidence, he confessed and revealed the entire plan. Balram admitted to his crime, saying, "I was convinced that Rekha was betraying me. My suspicions consumed me, and I believed that only by eliminating her could I save my honor." After Rekha's murder, a detailed investigation into Maya's phone number revealed the truth. Maya was Rekha's childhood friend, and Balram's suspicions were entirely baseless. During questioning, Maya stated, "Rekha often shared her troubles with me. She felt that instead of understanding her, Balram constantly doubted her." Maya further revealed that the day Balram had called, she wasn't home, and her brother answered the call. Her brother told the police, "I just said hello, but there was no response from the other side, and the call got disconnected. I had no idea who was calling." Hearing this, the police pieced together the entire story. Balram had taken his wife's life based solely on a phone call and his own misunderstandings. The police informed Balram that his suspicions were entirely wrong, but by then, it was too late. The conspiracy orchestrated by Balram, Jagannath, and Happy not only claimed Rekha's life, but also destroyed their own. The three were now behind bars, and Balram was left with ample time to regret his actions. This story is not just about a murder, but about the deadly combination of doubt, anger, and misunderstandings that ruined 4 lives. The police recovered the weapons and other evidence used in the crime. All 3 were arrested on charges of murder and conspiracy and were sent to jail. This tale of suspicion, rage, and revenge serves as a grim reminder of the consequences of impulsive actions. It took an innocent life and left 3 others behind bars. Our aim is to learn from such incidents and avoid taking the wrong path. This story is a significant warning, highlighting the importance of making the right decisions in life. Together, we should strive to build a better society where love and honesty prevail. With more true stories and the lessons they bring, I will return. Until then, stay safe, stay alert, and remember to think carefully before every step you take.